Brr. I'm the Monster Jack. Jack! The Monster Jack! And hello everyone, it's me Jack the Monster Jack here for another video. And today, I'm gonna be playing some Mega Maker. No, I don't know why, but today I feel like really, you know that squeaky kind of thing. That was that. I bet you really hated that, but I don't care. Actually, I do care. Anyway, new level, and you probably know nothing about this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little tour on how to play this game. Basically, tutorials. So, first, you pick your block that isn't cut tile. Iconic, but only because 90% of Mega Maker levels use it. So don't. Use one of the new ones, like whatever this is. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And you probably want to mix it with something else. I know this looks ugly, but usually you spend a couple more than just placing random blocks. Anyway, this could look amazing. This is your aesthetics. You could have a cold frozen tundra, or in the next screen over, let me do this real quick, you could have it be a fiery volcano. You can have it be a fiery volcano where you have to step on molten magma to get through. The aesthetics change how people think of your level. Now, 2. Don't do this. That is just plain ugly. At least do something like this, or make it so that it makes sense with a boss door. Speaking of bosses, don't put too many bosses in one level. It could, well, make it play like absolute gunk heaps. So, if you want your level to be like this, but you do you, but tough chance actually, completing the level and getting the clear check. And another mistake I see, sometimes, not always, but is people putting a bunch of bosses in one room. Well, this time a decent amount. Just like Cutman and let's say Metal Man. These two in the frozen tundra time background. And then once you kill one of them, hang on, I could probably just do something like this. Anyway, while I'm trying to do this, weapons. Don't give someone too many, but don't give someone too little. You want them to have some variety, but don't want them to use any other weapons. Just change the primary weapon. So, now that we got that out of the way, I'm just going to Thunder Beam his weakness and make it a double weakness. So, yeah. And it works pretty good. Doop, 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 doop. Also, another thing, ice physics. They could be fun, but they could be absolutely crap. Now, my point here is, too, that you should not do stuff like this without something that you call a skull. Or a skull. because if you kill one of the bosses, they both die. So put a boss suppressor. Requires all active bosses must be dead. So basically, you have to kill both bosses instead of just one. Let me show you. I have my music turned down, that's why you can't hear any music. I know, I'm just trying to get this guy dead. But see there, he didn't die. I died. Anyway, next is the problem of enemy spam. Yeah, it's not very fun. Help me. Help me. Also, don't make it to the point where this happens. It's below your ground, and they're gonna fall into the abyss. That also is kind of stupid. So, unless they're a flying enemy, like heli metal over here, I haven't gotten used to a bunch of these guys. That he can fly back and forth. Don't place guys in the air so that they go like Wile E. Coyote style, fall into the bottom to their death. Unless you make it a path to a secret. So, for this secret, we now have a little hole in the middle for our dear friends. And so now we go down and realize, ugh, that block looks horrible. Ugh. Don't use ugly blocks. Unless you could figure out some cool way to make them not putrid abominations, then good on you, but stuff like this is just... Why did they have this in the game anyway? Because they wanted mirrors? Yeah, I guess they just wanted some more weak ones to contrast the good ones. Well, since that block right there kind of looks like lava, let's go into our gimmicks. Music changer. Music changer. Use this for a lot of things, but just don't make every single screen a different song. It's gonna get annoying. Weapon barriers are definitely fun, especially for it's a blockade. But if your blockade is literally impossible to get by, it's kind of... You have to set it to the weapon you want it to. Let's say, you know what, I'm just going to grab a random weapon. I'm going to close my eyes. Oh, Ice Slasher, okay. So now let's play. It will automatically select the Ice Slasher, as you can see. You don't want to go deaf, don't you? So, what you need to do is you need to go like down there. Ice Slasher. Ice Slasher. Maybe you can do it for any other weapon, too. Like... Super Arm. Any weapon. You can have it all be different weapons. Just, my point is, just don't leave them empty unless you purposefully leave them empty for aesthetic. And that brings me to my next point. Don't put stuff too high. Unless you have a way to get up. And don't make soft locks where you have to jump to your death. Like that. Next thing is, speaking of gimmicks, not using too many of them. If it's just filled to the brim with random gimmicks, then your level will just be confusing and not fun to the player. Your job is to make a fun and challenging level, not a fun or more aggravating and frustrating level. You can still make it, well, frustrating, but you don't need to make it this. Enemy spam. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Next, we go to our next background. And this brings up my next point. Do not mix contrasting blocks with I'm sorry if I'm saying that word wrong, but these two are two completely different things. Lava with ice. This is actually probably glass. It would probably melt. Mega Man probably won't melt, but there's a little ice under his feet. Ice! And it still doesn't melt. So just put some lava-looking block down instead of your planned ice blocks. Now, while we're on the topic of ice, won't it be nice to get some, pellets? Don't spam it! If you just do this, then the player won't have fun. Just do a mix of making your level fun and challenging. Oh god. Oh no, the enemy spam. Enemy spam. Oh, it's coming! No! So, to be honest, I don't want you to have to go through the torture of having a level that is boring because of how easy it is. It just makes you feel better about the fact, well, actually, it makes you feel worse because it makes you feel that people are getting worse and worse at making levels in the community. So, do the community a favor and give this little something that you call actual effort. So, just make it at least somewhat challenging while not making it excruciatingly hard. Next thing, I've already talked about too many weapons, so how about, since we're on the thing of this, different characters. It could be fun, it could be lame, but you want to know what? If you give this at the start, and it can sometimes make it so that you can just jump over gaps that you weren't supposed to and go places that were out of bounds. Finally, set your settings. You can just set your settings. It's that easy. Go like this, change the name to poo butts. And that's gonna be it for this video on tips on Mega Maker. No one is gonna know anything about this game, so on my channel, I'm pretty sure. So this is just an introductory into one of the games that I haven't talked about much on my channel. So boy, you need some milk. Silk. Yeah, that's really bad. Ugh, let me just bye. and goodbye. Like and subscribe. Do whatever you want. Just don't make a horrible level. I know your first couple levels might not be as good as your later ones, but you'll get through it. Just like, you know, playing a video game and then getting stuck on a level for a bit, and then you realize there's a secret strategy. So, as you stare at my blank screen, I say goodbye.